bitch. Is that better? Is bitch better? Is bitch better? Is bitch better?
Hey, bitches. Welcome back to another Love Island episode of Bitches Better. I'm your host, Raven, and we got to get into Love Island Season 8, Episode 2, because we were left on a little bit of a cliffhanger. So, the new fine ass bombshells, Kata and Gabriel, just took Bea, Trinity, Zach, and Bryce away. So now we're back at the giant doors, ready to open them up and see who's been left standing there like an idiot. So, Melanie and Sincere are both still standing there when they open up the door, so they make out. Great. Anaya and Casey are both still standing there, so Casey doesn't have to open an empty door again because poor thing is traumatized from before. And he has no idea that he's become a meme, by the way, with the that shit empty thing. Like literally my bank account after being in Paris for a week. Thank you for that, Casey. So, anyway, both Trinity and Bryce choose to explore new connections, so neither one of them is standing there. And that means their door is officially closed. The door is closed in my Nene Leaks voice. Kenzie opened the door to no one standing there because Zach chose to explore new connections. And she's not surprised, but she's sad. She's clearly trying to hold back tears. Poor thing. And you wanna know what one of my favorite things is about Love Island? And this is gonna sound fucked up, but I don't mean it in that way. You know my heart. So, one of my favorite things is watching hot people get rejected because when it happens, they're genuinely confused. They're like, "What? This is not how my life goes." It's just fascinating to watch. Like, I know for a fact that Kenzie has never heard anyone say blondes are not their type. Never in her 24 years. The thought has never crossed her mind because I'm sure that she's everyone's type in Georgia, you know? But on Love Island, they come here and they're all like the hot people for the most part. Okay. Sometimes they're kind of regular, but whatever. So it's a level playing field and like no one knows how to act. They're like, what do you mean you don't want me? I don't understand. Does not compute. And it's hilarious to see. So Sean opens the door and it's empty. Bea is gone, okay? She ran off with the bombshell. Sean is surprised and confused, okay? Just like, what did I just say about Kenzie? Yes, you did have chemistry and all that, but unfortunately, you have a kid and she's not into that. It's a red flag for her, actually. Hopefully, she gets around to telling him that because he doesn't know what's going on right now. But yeah, so Ariana tells them that the people that ran off with the bombshells are going to be gone for the next 24 hours, getting to know the bombshells, and then they'll come back and the bombshells are going to steal one boy and one girl. Now, she didn't say anything about anyone being dumped from the island just yet. So I was like, oh, okay, we'll see. So Sean is really shook that Bea is gone. And Sincere, here goes Sincere's ass. And y'all know I don't like him. He's like, that's foul. She's going to have a lot of explaining to do. A lot? Shut up, Sincere. It's day 2 right now. It will be day 3 when she gets back. Like, there doesn't have to be a lot of explaining done. What are you talking about? They haven't been together for weeks in here, and she's coming back with someone from Casa or something like that. Like, chill. Now, Sean, whose situation it actually is more reasonable about it. He's just surprised because things seem to have been going really well, and she chose him first. And so, like, I get that. But I do wonder if the kid thing, like, even crossed his mind. You know what I mean? Because it doesn't seem like it, and I don't know if he would say it out loud or if he would be like, "Oh, is she not into it? Is that a kid?" I don't know. And this is what I mean when I say don't have parents on this show. It's just these people are young, they don't wanna have to consider the possibility of being a step parent and all of that. You know, it's supposed to be light and fun. Would Bea have been standing there if he didn't have a kid? We'll never know, you know? Um, I'd like to say yes, but I don't know. She seems down to explore anyway. She gives, I'm here for a good time and I want to see what's out there, but I don't know. I just met her too, so I don't know her or how she moves. We'll see. No, Kenzie is all upset. And she's like, "Why couldn't he just tell me he wasn't feeling it?" And I'm like, "Oh, I thought he did when he said you're not his type or whatever, but I guess it wasn't like super clear. I don't know. So now she's crying because she says she always chooses cheaters or guys that aren't great. And she grew up watching Ella Enchanted. So she's expecting that type of situation. Now, I've never seen that movie, but it sounds like a fairy tale. So I'm like, okay, she's another fairy tale girly that needs to grow up like Anaya. Girls, it doesn't have to be a fairy tale to be a great relationship. Just let the fairy tale shit go. Please, it's not real. It's not. So Kada, Bryce, and Zach go to Paradise Cove, which is an upgrade from the Hideaway because from the outside, it looks like one of those over the water bungalows, which is super cute. But I don't know that they even get to use the whole thing, which is not nice because they have what looks to be like pipe and draping all around the room. So we can only see them in this small space with this giant bed in it. Okay. Um, so I don't know if that means is this the new hideaway? Is there still a hideaway? I don't know what's going on, but whatever. They're all in there getting to know each other. Kata is Haitian and German and Irish, I think. She is a tall girly like me. She's 5'9", which is nice to see because they love to have these teeny tiny girls on Love Island, like across the board. So I said, oh, great. Now, Bryce and Kata get some alone time to chat, and then Zach gets some too. Then it's time for bed. And Kata is in the middle, okay? Until she scoots over to cuddle with and kiss Zach. Like she initiated it. And Bryce was like, I know you fucking lying. So he was like, me too. He literally scooted over to them and was like, can I get some of that? And Kata was like, ew, no. You're just gonna have to be left out tonight. Sorry. She literally, okay, I made up some of that, but she did say you're gonna have to be left out tonight. And when I tell you I'd end it all, that is so embarrassing. Give me my ticket home and give it to me now. I quit. I'm out of here. Because it wasn't just a one-on-one rejection, right? She said, get out of here, loser. And not only was Zach right there, but she went back to cuddling with Zach after she told Bryce to get lost. Oh my God. Oh my days. It's too much. So the next morning, Zach and Kata continue talking and getting to know each other, and they're flirty and they're talking about traveling together and all of that. Fine. I'm having a hard time with Zach. And I don't know if it's because he's Charlie's brother or if he's just not doing it for me, but I am not feeling him. And I don't know what to make of that. How are y'all feeling about Zach? Let me know. So then Kata has her date with Bryce and they play cornhole and talk, and he's made her a bet that they have to kiss no matter who wins. So he got his kiss that he was denied the night before, but at what cost? Again, I'd be in the air on the way home already. Like she was never gonna, no one would have seen my face again. And I was just like, okay, well, Bryce. So what we know about Bryce is he's hardworking and he's persistent. These are good qualities in most situations. This one is the persistence great? I don't know. I'm leaning towards no, but whatever. So then we have Gabriel, Bea, and Trinity, and they are in another space in the Paradise Cove with the enormous bed. And Gabriel is Brazilian and fine, and he lives in Miami, and he's a model and a DJ. Of course he is. Of course he is. Side note, Bea looks so familiar to me, and it's really bugging me because right now I'm thinking that she looks like someone from Bad Girls Club, but I can't put my finger on it. My first thought was Gigi from the Miami season, not the first Miami season, the second one with Sarah. But I don't think that's it. Y'all, please help me out here. Who does she look like? Because this is driving me crazy. So anyway, Bea and Gabriel kiss again because Bea was like, I need a reminder of that kiss or something like that. And Gabriel was like, absolutely, it would be my pleasure. So Trinity just had to sit there and watch. And it's That's so awkward. So Trinity and Gabriel make Bea sit outside so that they can have some alone time, and they end up making out again too. And then they switched out, and Gabriel and Bea did the same thing. Gabriel's getting it in, okay? He did not come to play. He's like, I'm kissing everyone at any chance that I get. So when it's time for bed, Bea and Trinity are on one side of the bed together, and then Gabriel's by himself on the other side, which is shocking to me because I just knew he was gonna be in the middle trying to cuddle with both of them or something like that. But no, kind of disappointing, but whatever. So the next day, Gabriel and Bea have a little date and they get to know each other more and they're very flirty. And of course, they start making out. And then he has a date with Trinity and they have a conversation. It seems to go well, but they don't make out. So it seems like he's leaning towards Bea, but what do I know? Stranger things have happened. Now, back in the villa, Sean made Kenzie breakfast the next morning. And that was cute, because she was feeling sad and rejected and everything like that. So I'm like, is he just being nice or is he trying to do something here, because they were both left standing there alone at those dreadful doors. So then Kinsey talks to Casey and Sincere about the whole Zach situation. And when they ask, not they, I think it was Casey. When Casey asks if she's open, it was in such a weird way. He was like, "Oh, would you ever pursue someone that Anaya and Melanie are talking to?" Which he's referring to himself and Sincere, and they're all sitting right there. It was so weird. Because speak for yourself. Sincere seems all about Melanie at the moment, okay? He's and keywords at the moment, because I don't like that young man and I don't trust him. Um, but he's like, "Oh, I'm just like all about Mel. I'm just looking for her. I see her, I light up." But it's cute, but I don't trust him. So yeah, he doesn't seem like he's looking at anybody else right now. And KC never showed any interest in her from what I can remember. So I don't know. It's weird, but whatever. It's day 2 and they're probably still figuring things out, having conversations. So maybe he wasn't into her before or the possibility of her, and maybe now he's considering it. I don't know. But Kinsey says that she's open to explore other connections in the villa, and I believe her, but I don't think she's interested in anyone that's there right now. Like she's only been attracted to Zach and Bryce. Bryce was only for a minute, but she found out about that turtle tongue, so that was a no. And now Zach doesn't want her, so I don't know. I feel bad for Kinsey because she's feeling beat down, but I love that she's like, "Listen, I know I'm attractive and I love how I look and I'm in love with myself." And I said, "Yes." I love that she's not doubting herself at all. She's like, "I don't know what Zach is on, but he's tripping if he's not into me and he's not seeing what I see." And I was like, more of this energy, okay? Because way too often on this show, the girls start questioning themselves and doubting themselves whenever they get rejected. So I love that Kenzie is like, okay, well, I know it's not me. I look good, so whatever, moving on. I said, "Yeah, that's making me really like her." Because before I was like, TBD on Kenzie. She's cute, but her energy is a little frantic or something for me, and I don't like that. But yeah, I like her. I like all of the girls. They're doing it for me. So then Sean talked to Anaya and Mel about the Bea situation and how he was shocked, but he's like, more importantly, what girls are available? Because I'm not about to sit around here and cry over her, okay? So apparently, he's had his eye on Trinity since the beginning. And I said, "Oh, I would like to see it." And after he walked away from them, Anaya said that Sean was in her top 2. And I said, "Oh, okay. Well, are you going to do something about it? Because I would like to see that as well. Okay. I just want to see Sean." I just want to see Sean. So then Sean talks to Casey about Bea. He is really making his rounds, everybody. And he's like, "Listen, the door isn't completely closed with her, and I'll hear what she has to say. But the bottom line is she stood on red and she left. Okay. And I need somebody that's going to stand on green and stay with me. And if she's going to be getting to know other people, that's fine because that's the whole point of this. But I'm going to do the same." And I said, "Yeah, exactly. So what's the problem?" Like, this is perfect. I'm glad we all understand each other here. And I'm glad that, again, he's being reasonable about it and not sincere because He's so annoying. He clearly wanted there to be some drama and, like, a fight about that because he was trying to rile him up, and Sean was like, no, let me just see what she has to say." Exactly. So, Kenzie pulls Sean for a chat, and Kenzie is talking about how she loves being pursued, and she likes to feel like a little gazelle and have a lion running after her and only her. Kenzie, babe, are you aware of what the lion does when it catches the gazelle? Because it's not a cute romantic encounter. But you know what? You're having a hard day. I know what you're getting at, so I'll let you have it, but that's not what you think it is. So they're getting ready for the night, and as they're in the middle of a toast, they get a text. And you already know they got to get their asses over to the fire pit. And then Trinity, Bea, and Gabriel all walk in hand, and Kata, Bryce, and Zach come in right after them. So Gabriel's up first, and he decides to couple up with Bea. No surprise there. Gabriel has to lock in his answer or his choice with a kiss, by the way, and it goes on for a very long time. Okay. But I said, you know what? This is actually perfect because this frees up Sean and Trinity to talk because Sean is into Trinity. I don't really know what she's interested in right now, but this is great. Okay. So then Kata is up next and she chooses Zach, of course. No surprise there. And again, the kiss lasts a very long time. So Bryce has to go sit down, and it's funny because he and Trinity were in a couple before, and they both decided to explore other options, but neither one of them got chosen, so now they're back in a couple together. And I think it's only, like, a tiny bit awkward, right? Like, they're not mad or, like, being weird or anything. They're like, "Welp, here we are again." And I love it. But they're definitely a friendship couple, and hopefully they can get out of that and into something real. And by they, I mean Trinity. I don't really care about Bryce. I'm sorry, Bryce. I still love that you're a hardworking man, though. That's great. Keep that up. And then they get a text that Kenzie and Sean have to go stand in front of the fire pit. And I said, "Oh, no, no." My stomach literally dropped. I was like, are they about to dump them? Because I know people gotta get dumped, okay? But shockingly enough, I actually like both of them, and I don't want them gone yet, okay? And that's where the episode ends, so they could still very well be getting dumped, we don't know. We gotta wait until tonight to see, and I can't wait. Oh, this is going great. I'm having a great time. Are y'all? Let me know. As always, remember to subscribe to my YouTube, which will be linked in the show notes. Go to patreon.com/bitchesbetter for ad-free and bonus episodes. And follow me at Mainly Raven on Instagram and Threads. I'll talk to y'all again tomorrow. Love you. Bye.
Bitch. Is that better? Is bitch better? Is bitch better? Is bitch better?